Hi, today I'll be talking to you about the subject you are what you eat. One of the interesting things that my fitness coach says is that at school they taught us many things, so many things, but they never taught us how to eat. And that is revelatory. They never taught us how to eat. They taught us to count, they taught us to multiply, they taught us algebra, calculus, physics, chemistry, but they never taught us how to eat. I'm sure you've had this a couple of times, especially when it comes to issues around nutrition. And I wanted to share with you this topic because when I was thinking about this whole saying, a lot of things started coming to my mind. You know that they say you are what you eat when they think about the body. But I want to take it a little further and say that you are what you eat, not just your physical body, because you're not just a physical body. We know that you're not just a physical body. Regardless of your spiritual background, you know that you're not just this physical body, because you have thoughts, you have feelings. Like, for example, if you were in a relationship and the relationship didn't go well, and you felt that someone actually broke your heart, is that feeling in some part of your body? Is it actually in your heart, or is that actually in your soul? Because we talk of heartbreak, we talk of being depressed, we talk of fear, we talk of joy. Is that actually in your body, or is that actually in your soul? And I know that's a rhetoric question. Of course, it's not in your body, because if you are sad and we took blood tests, we cannot diagnose depression by just taking blood tests, or we cannot diagnose joy by just looking at your blood picture. It's definitely something that involves your soul. It's definitely something that is psychological. So I want to say that you are what you eat. What you feed your soul will affect what your mental state. What you feed your soul will affect how you conduct yourself from day to day. So if you wake up in the morning and you always are watching negative things on TV, and you switch on your TV and you're watching stuff about wars going on in the world, you're watching stuff on pandemics, you're watching stuff on people getting killed and all of that stuff, and all those things, you internalize them and you meditate on them. You are what you eat. What will then happen is that all these negative stuff will only produce negative energy in you, and you're going to walk around feeling sad. You're going to walk around having this background music of sadness, of hopelessness in your life as you go out through the day. That's why it's important when you wake up in the morning to fill yourself with positivity. I've also looked at some of these reports of where children were abused, and this is really terrible, where children suffer sexual abuse at the hands of pedophiles. And you ask yourself, how do those things happen? It always goes down to you are what you eat. Most of these people, if you can track their records, they probably were consuming a whole lot of indecent material over different online platforms. And as time went on, they internalized it, they meditated on it, and and then they got to a stage now where they started doing all of these horrible acts and abusing children. It's very important that you guard what you consume, because you are what you eat. You may think that it's not harming you right now, this moment, but I promise you, just like how food is taken in by the body, digested, and the nutrients taken out, when you consume negative, destructive content, it only takes some time, but that content will be digested by your soul, and that negative energy associated with those indecent images and content will eventually manifest itself into a horrible result that you did not want, you do not want in your life. So be careful what you consume. You are what you eat. You are what you eat. And when it comes to how your soul assimilates information in your environment, you cannot actually stop your soul from experiencing all of these things, but you can take certain measures to guard against negative things that you do not want to become a part of your life. And even if you don't think much about this, the fact of the matter is the moment you leave your house, you're constantly receiving different stimuli. You're constantly receiving information. You'll hear music, you'll hear TV, news broadcasts wherever you're traveling. You'll listen to the radio. You're getting lots of stimuli. You go to work in the office. You hear people talking. All of these things in your environment are actually entering your soul, and then you need to take a conscious decision as to what you will reject and what you will accept. If you allow yourself to continue in a toxic environment, it will definitely affect what you think, what you believe, and eventually your actions. And then your actions determine where you go in life and what you become in life. Your actions will determine whether you will succeed at what you are doing or not succeed at what you are doing. So you are what you eat, and what you consume will determine where you end up in life. Your success is affected by what you eat. Are you always taking in negative comments of people and internalizing them? Those negative comments will turn to negative energy and will lead to failure. If you surround yourself with positive people, you read books that are you read self-help books, you speak positive affirmations, your soul is going to consume all these positive things. And just like your body takes in nutrients and takes in food and then derives nutrients from this food to build up your body, your soul takes in all these things through your eyes, through your ears, and through your environment. And it turns those things either into positive or negative energy. Negative energy will pull you down. Positive energy will thrust you forward. So I also learned another thing, taking it further. You are what you eat. Right now, the amount of money that you have in your bank account or in your savings is actually affected by what you think and your habits. And what informs your thoughts and your habits is what you eat. The amount of information or the information that you have received concerning finances or the information you have not received concerning finances affects your financial decisions. You are what you eat. You are where you are in life right now because of what you are consuming. If you notice that you do not have money, I want to tell you that it's not just by coincidence that you don't have money. Look at what you are consuming. What type of information are you taking in regarding improving your finances? Maybe you're actually not getting information, so you have a financial deficit, a financial deficiency of knowledge. So that then translates to lack of income, lack of money. You are what you eat. Someone will say, okay, so if I am what I eat, if I consume more information that is self-help, if I consume more information to do with finances, to do with the wealth creation, does it mean that I will become rich? And my emphatic answer is yes, because at some point you will reach what they call critical mass of knowledge. And at that particular point, that amount of information is going to put pressure, or it's going to, in a good way, to make you act on that good information. And eventually you will become uncomfortable staying in that level of lack. And then you will be able to thrust forth and break through into a level of wealth. you've never thought or imagined. You are what you eat. And as you are consuming the information I'm giving to you right now in this video, something in you is being stirred up. And that's my intention, to stir up something, to say, what exactly am I consuming? What am I watching on YouTube? What am I watching on Facebook? What am I watching on WhatsApp? What are you consuming? What content are you consuming on social media? What content are you consuming in your workplace? What content are you consuming when you watch TV? Because you are what you eat. Pay attention to what you are eating. You will become what you eat.